things are good. Obviously, with the whole paying import duty, it was like a bit of a... Because obviously I never included that in my cost and pricing strategy. But then when you sent me the like estimated figures and I went back and calculated it, I was like, okay, it's still feasible. And also like I just have so many people like waiting.
You was mentioning something regarding the weight, I believe, in your email.
Yes, that's the latest one. This is the older one.
Oh yeah.
So I did weigh it and it came in at 315 grams. And then obviously when I was looking back at the document I wrote up before, when I weighed my original t-shirt, which is 300 GSM, it was 400 grams. And then when we spoke, we said, okay, we can have a margin of error of around about 20 grams, but obviously that's still not. So if I'm telling my customers that it's 300, it needs to be 300, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to confirm what actually is this weight.
So I think there is a 10% on tolerance on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So when it's a 10% tolerance, so 300, you got a 30 GSM tolerance. So you will receive basically GSM from what? I will ideally target 300, but you will, some of the pieces may get less. So let's say 270. You know, you got the different colors, huh?
Yes.
So the black color is always observe more color. So let's say for the black color, you will have a 310 maybe.
That part is understandable for sure. It's just more like it can't be that much of a intolerance. So like I said, this was 315 grams when I weighed it, but what we're aiming for is 400. So that's not an intolerance of 30. That's off by 85 grams. Obviously, we can cut and weigh it that way. I just want to know what is the...
Yeah, what are we going to do basically? Let's put in that way. I understand the GSM is here 315, you said, right? Not the GSM, the weight.
Yeah, because obviously I know to measure it accurately, you need to cut it, but that's the only sample I have.
Yeah, let's do it that way then. We put in our agreement that the GSM would be target to 400 gram, not GSM, sorry, the grams.
Yes.
400 grams. So there will be a production tolerances of 10%. So when the production comes here, definitely you will receive a production sample before we ship. So you have the measurements here.
Yeah.
We can measure together, or I can do a video as well, so giving you a video measurements. So if that works within a GSM, with the gram wise, then we ship.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah. Otherwise, the t-shirt was really good.
No, the fabric is good.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
So the only other thing was color.
Yeah, so that's all, because we were quite confused because we made a couple of samples.
I couldn't find all the samples, but I saw them hanging.
Yeah, so I got all things. So I'm not sure which one you were.
Okay.
Because we said 2 sets of samples for you.
Yeah. Okay. So if you can get the other ones.
Charcoal. It's like charcoal black. It's like washed.
Can I compare with this?
Yeah.
You see,
Closer.
it shouldn't be this
So you want this black?
not this black.
Yeah. So
I think so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, because this looks washed out. Hi guys, I didn't even introduce this vlog. We're in a meeting, finalizing the samples for the Blanks company. I'm with my mom today. There she is.
Teddy, that's the color if you just wanted to see in a daylight.
Yep.
This is this one.
This one,
If you just want to compare in a daylight.
Let's see.
Okay.
No, it's different black.
What's that black called?
19006 TCX.
The black we've done.
Wait,
Now let's do this one.
Okay, so this one is actually meant to be this.
color.
Yeah, that's why I bought this one. Just ever so slightly more yellow. So when I asked for the new sample, I asked for it in white.
That's the first white.
Yes, and I was like, this is too bluey. I wanted more of a milk white. But
So
then
then
this is cream. Guys, what kind of white would you go for? Would you go for ice white, like a bluey white, or would you go for like a milky white, like the color of milk? It's really hard, and I'm doing this for you guys, so I'm trying to decide the right white for you guys. This is good.
Black done, aqua done, white done. Now the
one that I said was...
So where's black? Is it there?
No,
black is
from
the code.
From the code.
Okay.
And then that color was fine.
This is fine, huh?
Yeah.
So what color do you say this one?
What did I call it? I called it something. Dusk. I called it dusk. I think 4 to start off with is fine. And then we can expand as I speak to my people. So, just making us a cuppa. But we have finalized the colors, which is like really good. I'm gonna do like a whole video on the process soon, but I just wanted you guys to like sit in the final meeting. I've taken you through all of the meetings we've had here so far, so I know people will like literally comment and say, we want to sit in another meeting. Here's another meeting for you guys.
I'm still trying to convince my guy in Bangladesh to get the import duty off. He's not convinced yet. Just because of there are so much of admin fee. Right? So admin fee is same for even for 400 pieces or even for 10,000 pieces. So when it's a 400 pieces, is it okay?
Yes, okay.
So for them it's quite a hefty cost to do the same exercise for 400 pieces because this is a bulk factory. They do lots of production.
But would they be open to just paying the admin fee, like adding it as an extra
So
charge?
it would be almost the same cost that you're paying.
Of the import. Even if it is the same cost as the import, I still don't mind paying it because then at least I know that cost
It's
there,
fixed.
it's fixed. Like I won't get a surprise because you know it's sometimes with like these with
Customs.
import, they can change the price.
Yeah.
What I found is that if you pay customs, like the company pays the customs, for example, like the factory in Bangladesh, they prepay the customs, it's usually cheaper than it coming here and then you paying the customs. Because that's what I used to do when I import fabric from China. I would ask them, can you prepay the customs and then charge me so that I know? I don't want any surprise bills. Like I've learned my lesson. I just want to know how much it's
it
going
is,
to be.
yeah.
And what's your preferred shipment method? Do you want to see?
Yeah, I think for the first one, C is fine.
Yeah.
I know it will take a long time, but with the first one, because we're not in a rush, it's okay. Because
Very
definitely
basic.
last week I was like, oh, can we still do this with the extra cost? And then I slept on it, and then I was like, no, people want this. Somebody else messaged me. I was like, when are they coming out? So I was just like, let me do this. And then also for my YouTube, I was thinking about my YouTube channel, and I just know when I start posting content about this as well, like even that is gonna now increase my viewership, which then feeds back into the business. Which, and I was just like, don't limit yourself, just do it, and it's fine.
And your viewers is mainly startup company, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mainly startup company.
Yeah, because it's people that have like no idea where to start. Those are the ones that usually tune into my channel.
What you are doing with the startup is brilliant, but I think for you, because you are in a position now, you're spending almost 3-4 years on this business, because I know you from 2019. So I knocked in 2019, remember?
Yes.
What's that?
He's the one that approached me
Ooh.
initially.
2019.
I didn't find him, he found me.
Before pandemic.
Oh, because you found it on the on YouTube.
Probably YouTube.
Yeah, because when I started my company in 2019, I wanted to do some promotion. So I was looking who is promoting new company, and then I found Teddy there. And then I was communicating that, can you make a video for us to say people that we found a beautiful company there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that story. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's nice.
So
did you do?
No, because he didn't want to pay me.
Pandemic started.
Or did you want to
He wanted to give me samples.
because it was a status, was
Yeah, so 19 was my starting point.
So the deal wasn't.
It didn't go through.
It
Sometimes
didn't go
it
through.
happens, but you know,
It
we're
do
here
happen.
today.
Yeah,
so,
we're here today now, but you never know in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think your side business can be a good idea to start working with a brand. You will be the bridge between the contact of Bangladesh factories and you. And then whatever you make through you get a commission. You don't need to, they don't need to pay you upfront anything.
Yeah.
Because you know fashion inside out now, because you have been doing this for startups and things for quite long now. So that can be another avenue for you.
Avenue.
I feel like nowadays, with the way life is moving, they do like people that have got a presence on social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
That's
love
all.
a bit of that.
Yeah.
They always get shocked when I say to them, but yeah, I will tell you that the minimum order typically with these companies will start at 100 if you're lucky.
It is, yeah. To be honest, we stopped at doing 100.
Yeah.
300 is the minimum. Yeah, just because of we can't cope up with the price with the 100. There's so much of setting up cost. Let's say the fabrics we are making for you to set up the machine, because there's a big machine.
Yes.
So what they make is a huge machine, huge. So in 1 inch, there are around 30 needles. Because you see the needles there?
Yeah.
So because everything, so in 1 inch, there are 30 needles.
Wow.
So, and that machine comes like a,
Like
like
this.
It's like a
this.
big,
Yeah.
like a
So
cylinder.
can you imagine? So let's say for the whole dia is, for an example, 300 inch.
I
For an
want to
example.
go there
And
So
and
this-
see how the
so
factory
this
operates.
300
for you
inch-
to understand, isn't it?
So 300 inch, the engineer, need to change the needle for all 300 inches to set up this one.
Really?
Yeah. And to set up this, it takes almost a day or 2 days just to set up for this garment.
For stitching.
For stitching.
For knitting.
making
For
the yarn,
needles.
For
yeah.
knitting.
Or for the yarn.
For the
Yeah,
yarn
to
knitting.
make
for
a
knitting.
fabric, yeah.
For make it the fabric. So let's say now I set up this for 2 days, and now I need this one, and just for 4 colors I need around let's say for an example 400 meters or less, 300 meters. To make 300 meters I will need maybe 3 hours, and 3 hours my order is gone. I'm finished. Now I need to set up, let's say now I'm gonna make this one, different knitting. So that needle now needs to change again. So another 2 days to arrange the knitting.
Oh my God.
So that's why everyone wants to avoid
More than
the.
certain
so-
quantity.
It's such a shame because they need to start from somewhere, but then also I understand the other side where it's like it's hard for the factories.
It is.
So
It is.
sometimes I suggest maybe talk to the factories and say, okay, it's fine, I'll source the fabric and then go in with that angle, because cut and trim, they can maybe start the quantities a bit lower. But it's now if they're including fabric as well, that's when sometimes they have to do more, and then the dyeing of the fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another.
So I understand
And
both
the shipping.
sides. Yeah. And
Was-
then the postage.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to do this blanks, because at least I'm producing a quality garment that you can't just find anywhere.
Anyway.
Reasonably priced. Next day shipping. So if you
Good.
send me the updated invoice,
Yes,
then
I
we
will do
can
that,
sort
yeah.
that out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good, no problem.
Thank you for the tea and for the
worries.
water.
That's the thing. They can't do 300.
Yeah, I will be doing 100 pieces for any of your clients.
Yeah. So
That'll
we
be
can.
good. Right, so we just finished our meeting with the manufacturer. Everything is finalized, so I'm gonna make the payment tomorrow. Oh, scary, thousands. Then I'm gonna have blanks for you guys in the new year.